Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mind of the Rev podcast YouTube channel. So, the purpose of this channel is to give you some background experience of what happens for my podcast on Spotify. That is the purpose of this channel and shall always be the purpose of this channel, except for the next 6 months or so. And the reason for that is this. Um, there, I'm just going to be very honest. At the time of the recording of this intro video, my father is dealing with cancer. The doctors were very positive about his surgery that he, again, at the time of this recording, had a couple of days ago. And he has treatments probably sometime in the next few months. The point is, because of that, and because I live currently with my parents, during what was originally going to be a very creative time for my podcast and the YouTube channel with all these new podcast related content being posted on YouTube and TikTok and just more stuff, my plans had to change because the current the recovery time that my dad has to go through will probably last possibly till the end of the year. Possibly it won't be as long, it might be longer. My point is I have more responsibilities for the next 6 months and the rest of the year, and because of that, I cannot spend the kind of time that I would normally take to record, edit, the whole process for the podcast, and really what would have been on this YouTube channel is one, it's too time consuming and frankly stressful. And because I have less free time and I feel like I will have more control of my time. I just will have more stuff to do. So I had to make a decision to either go on a hiatus until things change or change my content to allow me to continue making content, but without certain stress related aspects of it, and frankly, the time consuming schedule that I was actually going to try to move forward with. So, that being said, um, because I do not have the time or, uh, frankly, the uh, mental strain that it takes to go through the editing process, I will not be editing anything I post. It will be completely raw, with the exception of for my podcast when I post things on there. I will have the taglines, but that's because the program that I use for the editing is a very easy program to use, and I already have the taglines recorded, and it's literally, to have that stuff edited in, it takes less than 5 minutes, so I can still keep that, but I can't go through and edit out background noises and all that, which to the point is the reason why you can hear a fan in the background, because like I said, I need to eliminate certain things that could be stressful. And frankly, uh, having to sit here with the fan off and eliminate every piece of background noise is in itself a certain level of stress. Those who do recording understand that. But I wanted to do an intro video to kind of explain where I'm going forward with this YouTube channel, at least for the next 6 months. And I will say this, the one nice thing about what I'm going to be doing for the next 6 months is that I want to continue what I'm doing, as far as the kind of content in the future, past when I have the time to actually do um, background videos of how the recording process goes for the podcast, and other ideas that come to mind that would just require um, more time in the process from start to finish. So that being said, let's see. Let me think. So yes, that's what the future of, that is why the future, probably 6 months of this YouTube channel is going to look different. Um, because, like I said, I do not have the time or the mental capacity, well, the mental strain, the mental strength, um, to go through editing and all that stuff. So, as you can see, this is a different setup because normally I'm just completely audio or pictures and stuff like that. The reason why I'm set up like this is because what I'm going to be doing in the future is drawing videos and Lego slash model building videos. At the time of this recording, I've actually done 2 test videos, one for drawing and one for Lego building in the case of Lego slash model building. And those videos will be released at some point after this one goes public. And I just wanted to kind of use this intro video to kind of show you what you're going to be looking forward to as far as the Lego slash model building, because drawing, there's really nothing I can say. Underneath this desk is all my, I have this plastic drawer thing that pretty much has all my art supplies in it. And I have a lot of it. I've actually wanted to do like those kind of videos before, as far as like actually working on something in front of a camera and you see the process of from a blank page to what it turns out to be in the end. And I love to draw, and thing is I like the process, being able to actually present that process. The test video for the drawing I did, I enjoyed it. Um, it was basically me drawing and talking. And I will say this, that I am going to take, I wouldn't say an effort, but just gonna, as it happens naturally, as it did in the test building video, I will try to kind of mess around with my voices to try to add a little unique commentary into what I'm doing. Plus, I just like to mess around with voices. So, that being said, let me move this out of the way. Ow. I wanted to basically show you the different models that I have. I have never done models before. I've done Legos when I was younger. When I did the test video, the reason I decided to try model building, one, because I found some on sale, but I also thought it would be new content, but it would also be enjoyable and relaxing for me, which honestly I know I'm going to need in the next so many months. So, the first one I'm going to show you is this one. This is a Mandalorian model. Well, I won't actually go into anything what's on this thing, because I will actually do an unboxing video to sort of intro each series of models. But I just kind of wanted to show you the kind of stuff I have, anyways. So let's see what else is there. One moment. Okay. So when I was looking at the models that I found on sale, I'm a big fan of Star Wars. So when I saw this, and I saw this, and I saw what it has in it, which I'm really looking forward to attempting this. I thought, if I'm going to have the Mandalorian, then I obviously need to have his ship. Well, technically his first ship. So there's that. And also in the mind of Star Wars, have this BB-8 and R2-D2. I've always been a big fan of R2-D2. I've been a big fan of the droids on Star Wars. It's always been, whenever I've had like Star Wars toys as far as action figures, I think I have like 3 different versions of C-3PO and at least 2 versions of R2-D2. So when I saw this and saw it was on sale for 40%, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get it. There's that. Um, Now the last like regular model building I got, um, as far as like I guess we could say traditionally building, and I do want to do more, get more of these kind of models later on, but I have plenty to kind of start with. I have Transformers, Optimus Prime, Generation One version. I obviously, if I got this, I'm a Transformers fan. I have read some of the comics. I have been a Transformers fan for, like my first. Um, I think my first Transformers anything that I was really into was the. Uh, I believe it was either the late '90s or maybe early 2000s. I want to say it was in the '90s. Um, the Beast Wars um, cartoon. I remember watching that thing so many times, and like the Dinobot episode where he, I guess the Transformers version of died. I always cried when I watched that, and over the years when I rewatched that particular episode, it always still makes me cry. Um, Anyways, so that is the last of the regular like model buildings. Um, and obviously, I mentioned um, Lego. Um, I will be over time building a lot of Legos. Um, so this is one. Most of these things I bought online, but this is one of two that I just bought in the store a couple of weeks ago. Um, uh, and this is actually one that let me see if I can. It can actually be made into two different things, but the instructions are online. Which, when I do this one, because I will do either two videos or probably two series of videos when I'm building this one, and I don't know if I'll have the instructions up on my phone or if I'm going to uh, have it up on my computer, which is over here, but that's also my screen for my to I guess you could say monitor the actual video. So I will have to figure out um, how that's going to work out. The other Lego, and I've discovered a lot of these particular um, Lego sets that I enjoyed. Um, Lego Creator 3-in-1. This is technically the second one I bought because the first one I bought for one of my nephews for Christmas, uh, I think 2 years ago. Um, and I really enjoy the test video Lego set that I actually got this small set. I really enjoyed doing that, and so I am definitely going to be doing more of these. And again, this one has three things: this, and this. Um, and I'll be very honest. I've opened everything I did just to kind of see what I was looking at, but I will do an unboxing video to kind of unboxing and possibly like organizing box. So, and here's a better picture: the three things that I can build. Um, I am I have an Amazon wish list that I've set up, and I have pretty much all those 3-in-1s that I could get. So uh, now the next two pieces. When I was looking online for what I wanted to do, I knew that I wanted to do Lego, and when I was looking for a gift for my nephew, I kept on seeing these like Lego like sets that were cheaper as far as cost, but in some cases looked as extravagant or even more so than some of the more basic of Lego sets. And I was like, I didn't want to get one of those for my nephew because I've never had those kind before, and I just didn't feel comfortable, without doing it. But if I'm gonna get one for myself, I was like, fine, and I want to do it right. So the one I'm going to show you is actually one that I found when I was looking at the first one I was looking at. Um, so this is a spaceship of some kind. Um, and apparently it does have a few different alterations it can make. And if you can see up here, not the 6 plus because that's 6 age. Ignore that. I am a uh, I believe that when it comes to things like this, it as long as you enjoy it, if you like Legos and you see something that you like, don't if it says it's for like 6 and older, listen, if you're going to enjoy it, you're going to get some enjoyment out of it. Don't worry about that. This has 955 pieces. Clearly, when I do this set, this one is going to be multiple videos. Um, and I actually went through when I was setting up my Amazon wish list, and I went through like all these different like Lego sets to choose stuff because some of them are cheaper. But I'll talk about the wish list afterwards. Um, this was the set that I was looking at originally on Amazon, and I was like, before I really started looking, this is another. It's one of these. It's like the 3-in-1 thing for Lego, except it's clearly more extravagant, more. It's a very simple box, but I'm trying to see if it says. Yeah, the whole thing is. No, it doesn't say how many. Doesn't say how many pieces are on this, but I remember looking it up, and this was somewhere around 900, 1,000, somewhere in that general range. Let's see if I can get it. So, as you can see, this one has a dinosaur, a a ship, and a mechanical fighter. Now, when I was looking at the instructions for this, for one of these, I'm looking at somewhere, but I'm looking at possibly, I think it was like 100 steps just for one of them. So this one is to complete all three. This will probably be something that's going to take me months to build and record and all that. So that is, I'm looking forward to this one, but it's going to be a very long one. Now, I'll get to the last set that I bought. For those who, and this is something that won't be for the Lego, but in the process of looking for Lego sets, I had to buy this snippers. They're like wire cutters, but I think they're called nippers. They're actually designed for model building, and look at that. It's Japan. Yeah. Anyways, that's so. Before I talk about this last one, this one is the biggest set that I bought. I actually think it was. I wouldn't say it was the most expensive one. But it was probably this. The set that I'm about to show you is the very first set that I looked at when I decided I wanted to do this. Ironically, it was the last one I bought. When I was younger, I always wanted this thing, or some version of this. I think technically the one I bought is a newer version of what I wanted as a kid. And I'll be honest, I think this is the first time I ever bought something that I generally wanted a lot when I was a kid. I mean, I have bought things over the years that I knew it was something I would have liked as a kid, but this is, I think, the first time I actually bought something that I remember wanting when I was a kid, like this set, or something close to it. It's a big box. This one is going to be interesting. Let me see if I can. It's a Zoid set. This particular version that I remember was from an anime that was like 26 episodes long. I've watched it multiple times over the years, and this was the base model of the Zoid that the main character used. And I will talk more about this when I build this, but this is another one that's going to be a very long set of videos. and I'll talk a little bit more about my journey to, as far as getting this, because it wasn't really a long journey, but there was some things that happened when I to get it. Um, so this is, as I said beginning, this is an intro video to my new content. So going forward past the recovery time for my dad, I will continue doing these kind of model buildings. Though I don't know, I don't know how often I will do them, because when I can switch over to my normal content that I was planning for this channel, I will probably focus more on that. But I still want to do model building. Excuse me. Okay, one last thing. If you're watching this video and you're hearing what I have to say, um, and you say, ask yourself, how can I help? One, obviously, share, comment, things of that nature on these videos. But as I mentioned, I'm setting up an Amazon wish list. Um, to be honest, it's as much for me to keep a list of the models I want to buy eventually, but also if anyone is watching this and wants to help out, uh, would like to actually see me build certain things that's on this list, then you are more than welcome to buy. And you, I'm sure most people know how Amazon wish list works. I have models of multiple sizes, of several prices, because I understand financials can be difficult. So obviously, I'm not. None of this is expected, but always appreciated. Um, I will have that wish list up, uh, ready, probably within a few. I'm hoping within a week after this video is posted. I still want to go through it and double check some things and probably add some things to it. That's it. Uh, Again, um, if you haven't checked out my other content, uh, I have a podcast that has stories. I have content on there all the way back from last summer when I started the Spotify podcast. There's so many hours of content on there, and eventually more to come. Again, as I said it, and I will say this multiple times, every new content for the next probably 6 months on anything is going to be completely unedited. And that's it. Bye.